Nubit. Anubis. Go to bed. Go to bed, Nubis. Go to bed. Good boy. Welcome to the Morning Drive Live. I'm the Mad Trucker. Driving. This live is welcome to all who want to attend. And if you'd like to participate in the comment section, the only requirement is that you first read the channel description. And after you read the channel description, if it's something that you're still interested in, simply greet everyone in the comment section with a peaceful greeting according to your culture, your customs, or your ways. Simple. This live is not for arguments, debates, or wars, because all three are synonymous with creating problems. Because somebody has to be a winner and somebody has to be a loser. This live is for the purpose of conversations. Conversations are truthful, honest questions and answers using logic to come up with solutions to problems, not cause problems. Now, with that being said, if there are any problems that people have with my content, you'd like to address me, if you're upset about my content, if you're angry about my content, I ask you to first step outside of your ego and just greet everyone in the room peacefully. I'm not a savage. I'm quite civilized. And if you can articulate yourself in the comment section, your issues with my content, my person, or the topic, feel free to do so. It has nothing to do with the calendar on your wall either. It has everything to do with the calendar that's hanging in the sky. Today is a special day because today is unique unto itself, like a fingerprint, like a human being. After today is gone, it's never coming back. And there'll never be another day exactly like today. So let's do something positive and constructive today. Let's have a conversation today. Let's put all of our egos aside and have a conversation about topics that affect all of us negatively. I think that would be a good thing to do, to actually do. It's the only thing that'll solve problems. Arguments don't solve problems. Debates don't solve problems. And wars sure in the hell don't solve problems. They create problems. In a conversation, even if we don't agree, we can have a meeting of the minds, and there'll be a mutual comprehension on both parties on how each other operates, how each other thinks. And regardless of your religion, orientation, sexual orientation, this live is welcome to all who want to attend. The only thing that I require you to do is just read my channel description. If it's something that you're interested in, if you have an issue with my content, or if you have an issue with me, just simply greet everybody in a peaceful fashion. Regardless if I'm here by myself or if there's 10,000 people, just hi, shalom, salam alaikum, namaste, what's up, man? Hey, y'all, peace, something of that nature. And you can articulate yourself on whatever issues you have with me or my content after you greet everyone. And to this day, I haven't come across any other social media content creator who does lives to address any issues that people might have with their content with a conversation, not an argument, debate, or a war, a conversation. You ask your question, I'll give you an answer, and I'll return, ask you a question, and you have to give me an answer. a truthful, honest answer. And that's how we build conversations and solve problems. So if you do have problems with my content or the topics that I take on, I'm quite civilized. Live is welcome to all who want to attend. And it's an open topic for today. So whatever you feel like you want to talk about, good or bad, positive or negative, just greet everybody and put it in the comments. And if by 7 o'clock, well, I tell you what, 7:15, because I usually go on around 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock in the mornings, and 1,400 hours in the afternoons. But I'm sporadic. Some days I'm on, some days I'm not. But let the record show, anybody that wants to address me can leave it in the comment section under any of my videos, and I will go live at the appropriate times. And that person can go live as well and just greet everybody in the room and tell me, "Hey, man, trucker, you're a bum." Oh, okay, that's a statement. Do you have an issue? Well, I just don't like you. Well, why don't you like me? Well, you don't like me. Well, why don't you like me? You see, that's not a conversation. That's a war. It's rebuttal. It's Now, if you say, well, Matt Trucker, you made a video where you said this, and this, and I don't agree because this, and this. Oh, well, that's valid. And I didn't look at it like that before. But now that you brought it to my attention and you took it negative, you know something? I'm going to go ahead and research what you provided. And if it is valid, I will recant. And I will apologize. Because you can't be mad at somebody if they don't know something. Everybody's ignorant to something. I don't care who you are, how much you think you know. You ignorant to something. There's something that you do not know. There's something that you do not know. That's why it's important that we have conversations, meetings of the minds. Meetings of the minds. Have conversations. And don't approach it with the aspect of, I have to win this. Or I want to be right. But come in it with the attitude of, what's righteous? What's lawful? What's justice? What's correct? And if it's correct, it's not me that's correct. It's the truth that is correct, not a person. Because the truth belongs to nobody but itself. The truth does. Patience. Patience is a fruit. You can say it's a virtue. It's a fruit. Patience is a fruit. And I do appreciate you. Likes are always appreciated, but never required. Follows are appreciated, but never required. Shares are appreciated, but never required. The only thing that's required is that you read the channel description and research the things that I address, regardless of how you feel about them. Research them. Look into it for yourself and approach it with fear and trembling. Because the truth of the matter is we all have been lied to. We all have. And we must seek the truth. And the truth is a hygienikos. It's clean doctrine. It's sound doctrine. Fire is hot. Ice is cold. Water is wet. But then you have laws. You have spiritual laws. You have physical laws. You have laws of the flesh and laws of the spirit. So, seek the truth. The truth. And the way you can seek it is by researching it for yourself. And in your research, if you find that what you've been taught or what you've always believed is questionable, and you question it with the evidence, it's only going to make sense one way. It's only going to make sense one way. The right way. The righteous way. That's the only way it's going to make sense. If you're not lawful, if you have no scruples about, who you hurt or who you make victim of, if you don't care, if you're indifferent, those things, those are spiritual deficiencies in people. But the good news is it can be corrected if you so choose to correct it for yourself. The truth can never be a lie, and a lie can never be the truth, and a half of a truth is a whole lie. So let's seek the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Not to be right, but to be righteous, to be lawful, because the truth is lawful. Right? Just today is one of those days. I just hope that somebody's getting something out of this. I know I do every time I go on, because asking questions is the one thing that the ones in power don't want the ones without power to do. And if you ask any questions to those that are in power, the only answer that you're going to get is because I said so. You know, the way this is set up, it's not right. Well, why is that? Because I said so. It's the only answer you're going to get from the government of the United States, from that's the only answer you're going to get, because I said so. And that's based on manifest destiny. And there's nothing new under the sun. And they got all the guns. Well, not all of them, but they got there's nothing you can buy at Cabela's that's more powerful than what your local municipal police department has, or what the Army has, or the Marines has, or the Air Force, or the Navy, or the Marines. There's nothing you can buy at Cabela's. It's gonna, be bigger and badder than that. And just because you have a bigger gun doesn't mean that you won. That too. They got the bigger guns, but doesn't mean that they're won, because there's already one who did win. And he has the keys to hell and death. And he was sent by our Father in heaven to walk amongst men who refused him, who rebuked him, who called for his crucifixion. Because he spoke, lived, and walked truth in flesh. The one that they call Jesus. The one that they call Jesus. I'm saying it respectfully. But I know his mother didn't call him that. The crowds that screamed, "Crucify him," didn't call him that. And it seems like I'm always talking about that. And I'm always seems like, oh, why is he always stuck on that? I'm going to be stuck on the truth till they put me in a box. That's what I'm stuck on. The truth, not my truth or your truth. The truth. And I'm trying to make it a way of living so that when my spirit vacates my flesh, it'll have eternal life. I believe on that. And that's what works for the mad trucker. I'm not pushing religion. I'm not pushing any particular ideology, but I'm just saying, logically speaking, truthfully speaking, there's a lot of people that say that they subscribe to a Bible, but they don't read it for themselves. They don't study it for themselves. And there's not a lot of time left, y'all. The kingdom is at hand. Not at my hand. The kingdom is at your hand. What you do with your hands. What seeds you plant. What are you working for? If you're not trying to live peacefully, if you didn't live peacefully, if someone doesn't live peacefully, they live their entire lives violently, right? How can they get unalived and rest in something they didn't try to create while they were living? That's the question for today. How can someone rest in peace when they didn't want it when they were living? Or that person felt like they had to take others, peace just so they can have something. So they don't feel good unless they down somebody. They don't feel like they're worth anything unless they can use somebody. And then they'll give you that same answer that Manifest Destiny gives you, that system that runs this country gives you. That supremacist system is because I said so. Wait a minute. I specifically asked you not to bring me a size 7 shoe because I don't wear a size 7. It doesn't fit me. And he looked me in my face and said, yes, it does. No, it doesn't fit me. Yeah, yes, it does. Why you keep saying that? Because I said so. It fits because I said so. I didn't do that. I never brought you a 7. I brought you a 10. You ordered the wrong size. And I'm looking at the shoe. It says 7 in the tag. And they're telling me, no, that's a 10. Why? No, it says 7. No, it doesn't. It's right there. See, it says 7. No, it doesn't say 7. That's 10. That's how that works. It's illogical. I mean, sketch it out for your own self. I'm not trying to save the world. I don't love this world. Everybody's talking about drones and aliens. If you really want to see an alien, all you got to do is look in the mirror. If you want to see an alien, something that is not of this world, look in the mirror. We're the aliens. Man is the only species on the planet that's destroying it. Nothing else does. There's a natural order, a system of things. Right? I'm not talking about extremes. I'm talking about, it was a time, and it still is to this day. Everybody's attitude is, I don't give a F. I don't give a F. Well, if nobody gives a F, somebody got to. Don't you agree? Somebody has to. Somebody has to. And we're conditioned not to care, not to give a F. And that's a very dangerous way of living your life if you want salvation in the next. It's not because I said so. It's just, that's illogical according to the scripture. If you call yourself a Christian, Muslim, Jew, it doesn't make sense. You can't rest in something you're not trying to help create. You might for a little while, but it ain't gonna last. But there is a peace that transcends all understanding if you study scripture for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Study the scriptures. And when I say scriptures, I'm not just talking about the 66 books in the King James Bible. He said, seek and ye shall find. How you gonna seek something if you're not even reading the 66 that you got? Or you want to deny the fact that people took books out of that Bible throughout history on more than one occasion. And every occasion, it was the state that did it. It wasn't the people. It was the state, the governments, the rulers. They took those books out for a specific purpose. Because if we worship our Father in heaven in spirit and truth, regardless, he's going to hear us. And they had to stop us from doing that by painting Christ as something that he wasn't, saying that he said things he didn't say, implying things that aren't even implied, regardless of what language you read it in, to push an agenda, to spiritually bind people to not worshiping our Father in spirit and truth. The good news is His language survived the flood. His language survived all of that. I highly suggest to study it. I'd like to say shalom to everybody that attended today, 7:01. If I don't get anybody in the line, in the comment section to participate, I'll just sign off and I'll see you at, I'll see you when I see you, I guess. Either at 1430, 1400, between 1400 and 1430 hours. And in the mornings between 0630 and 0700. I'll try to do these lives. And if anybody would like to participate in the conversation with me about my content or any particular topic, or would like to ask me questions in the format of a conversation, of course. I'm not going to ask me one question, I give you an answer, then you ask me another question, you keep asking me questions, and I can't ask you any. It has to be formatted. You ask your question, I'll give you an answer, then I'll ask you a question, you give me an answer. We're not going to move forward. Everything has to be done decently and in order. Problems are solved with conversations, not arguments. I grew up in a household where that's all that happened every day. It was an argument about something. Arguments. And they didn't solve any problems. Not while I was growing up. And keep in mind, something that has a positive outcome is never a problem. When I say positive, I don't mean just for certain individuals involved. I mean for everyone, because that's justice. Has to be. Thank you for bearing. I do appreciate you. And I do appreciate the like. It's whoever the like button. Thank you. Mad Trucker loves you to life. Appreciate you, Lisa. Lets me know that you're getting something out of this. To be honest with you, I'm going to sign off shortly. I have to pray and start my day. Well, not started, because truthfully speaking, yeah, the day starts in the evening. The days go from evening to evening for me. So yeah, half the day is gone. And I do appreciate you for joining. And so does Anubis, who needs to go for a walk. So I'll be on for about 4 more minutes, and then I'll go ahead and sign off. Nobody comes in the comment section. I would play music, but usually if I play music in my lives, they take it down. Whether it's fair use or not, I don't get that. Yeah, me neither. Tell them about it. Yeah, thank you. It's always how these things start. It's how they always finish. I really do want to thank you. Thank you to everybody that popped in and popped out. Thank you to anybody that came to troll. Thank you to anybody that came to just throw negativity my way. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because everything life is a learning experience. And you only get out of life what you put into life. So if you put something positive in the comment section, it comes back. If you put something negative, it comes back. I don't have to do anything except for be who I am. And that's the same thing for you watching. If you are watching, be who you are. Be the best you that you can be. Stop being, don't let stars and, these rich people influence these they make icons out of these people, these superstars and whatnot. Don't fall into the trap trying to be like someone that you'll never be. You'll never be Beyonce. No matter how much surgery you get, no matter how blonde you dye your hair, you'll never be her. You'll never be Tupac. No matter how much surgery you get, cut all your hair off, tattoo, just like, you'll never be that. It's like Michael Jackson. Rest his soul, but you'll never be Michael Jackson. I saw a guy online look just like Mike, but he's not Michael Jackson. He didn't live Michael Jackson's life. Michael Jackson was unique unto himself. So why try to be a carbon copy of someone else when you could just be yourself? Be you. And remember the law. Remember the rules. It is easier than what people make it out to be. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. For this is the law and the prophets. Christ said that. But usually when people say do unto others as you have them do unto you, they don't say that last part. Because if you get into law and prophets, most of these Christians, they don't want to talk about that. And that's tragic. And it gives validity to why they called the followers of Christ back in those days Christians, to mock them. Now they mock themselves by calling themselves something that they'll never be. You'll never be like Christ. There's only one Christ. There's only one way, only one truth, only one life. And if you want to be a fellow heir, you have to be grafted into the good tree. Christ is that branch, but you're not Christ. I'm not Christ. There's only one Christ. There's only one creator of everything seen and unseen, known and unknown. And you get up and see people get hung up on dialect, go to war over dialect. Jewish people say shalom. The Arab people say salam. Sounds same. Sounds the same. But regardless of how it sounds, no, it's not. It doesn't. You don't pronounce it the same, but it means the same thing. They mean the same thing. So why go to war over it? Why have an argument about it? Why debate it? It's like banging your head against a brick wall. You're not going to change facts. You can put them in context, but you're not going to change the fact. At the end of the day, the fact's going to remain. And the fact is evidence. You have to put the pieces together to get the big picture. And you can't go by what people tell you. You have to research it for yourself. You have to research it for yourself. You have to look into it for yourself. There's instructions to this life. If you live your life with the mentality, I'm going to do what I want, and that's the only law I need, well, you're going to have to pay the piper. You're going to have to pay the piper. One day, you're going to have to pay the piper. Because you know what you've done, and you know what you haven't done. And nobody that's walking in the flesh can condemn you to a hell or a heaven but you. It's your choice. Make a decision. Like I said, the kingdom is at hand. Make a decision. I'm trying every day to track. I talk to our Father every day. Every day. And it's his will, not my will, be done. Still a little sore, but I'm still here. Still here. Whoever that person was that did what they did that day, I'm still here. I don't know why he didn't turn around and see if I was still breathing. Offered me a ride. All things work for the good of the Most High, for those that love him and are called to his purpose. Find your purpose. I'm trying to find mine. I'm at the 30-minute mark. To all those that popped in and popped out, thank you for watching. May the Most High bless and keep you. May his kindness be gracious unto you. The Most High smile on you and give you shalom. I'm the Mad Trucker. Thanks for tuning in. Or not.